Starting a business is a scary thing, but luckily, in Singapore, there are a lot of startup schemes and grants that will help you out along the way. Wow, grants as in free money? What's the cash? There's always a cash one. Okay, you don't have to worry, there's no cash here. The whole reason that the government is giving us all these grants is because they want businesses to succeed. And when businesses succeed, other people will benefit from your success. For example, more jobs will be created and the economy will grow. So, in this video, we will be looking at some of the grants that may be useful to you. I will talk about how they work, how much funding you can get, and whether you are eligible for them or not. Also, a huge thank you to Awesome for sponsoring this video. But more on that later. With that being said, let's jump right in. Okay, there are a few types of grants available. For the first type, we will look into grants that provide support for funding and capital. So, first on this list is the Productivity Solutions Grant. The purpose of this grant is to help Singapore companies improve their productivity and automate existing processes through IT solutions and equipments. Through this grant, businesses can receive up to 50% or $30,000 to improve their business productivity. In general, there are three things that could qualify for this grant: IT solutions, equipment, and consultancy services. And I know what you are thinking already. So, you mean I can buy laptops or use some software solutions and I will qualify for the grant? Well, yes, but no. Only certain staff will qualify for the grant. For example, if your business is in the food services industry, you can use the grant to pay for your digital ordering and payment system, e-procurement system, or general food services equipment. Or you can use the grant to pay for your ERP system. No, not that ERP. This ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning, a software that a company uses to manage business activities like account management, customer relationship management, and so on. In order to qualify for the grant, it will need to be a business that's registered and operating in Singapore, have at least 30% local shareholding, IT and solutions or equipment must be used in Singapore. The next grant is called the Enterprise Development Grant. This grant helps to support Singapore companies to upgrade, innovate, grow, and transform their business. This grant provides funding of up to 50% to eligible costs for local SMEs. Or, if the project is related to sustainability, the grant may fund up to 70% of the cost till 31st March 2026. So, there are three project categories that can qualify for this grant. The first category is called capabilities, stuff that will help you prepare for growth and transformation, like business strategy development, financial management, human capital development, and so on. The second category is the innovation and productivity category. This is for companies that want to explore new areas of growth and enhance efficiency. So it includes automation, process redesign, and product development. And the final category is market access, which helps to reduce the cost of expanding overseas, such as M&A, pilot project, and test biddings and standards adoption. As for the eligibility, it's pretty similar to many of the grants, like the business must be registered and operating in Singapore, has at least 30% local shareholding, but more importantly, the company needs to be financially ready to start and complete the project. Next, the Startup SG Tech Grant. If you are running a tech startup and have an innovative idea, good news, this grant is for you. Under this grant, companies can receive fundings of up to 250k for proof of concept projects and up to 500k for proof of value projects. But of course, you can't just come up with some random projects and expect to get $500,000 lah. Your project needs to clearly demonstrate how the technology is being applied, has the potential to disrupt an existing market or create a new market, lead to or build on proprietary know-how or IP, and of course, be commercially viable. For eligibility, it's the usual stuff. The company needs to be doing its core activities in Singapore, have at least 30% local shareholding, be registered for less than 5 years, and have a group annual sales turnover of $100 million or less, or group employment size of not more than 200 workers. Quick pause. Starting a business may be difficult, but here's where Awesome can help out. Awesome is a digital business assistant that provides online secretary and accounting service to help you take care of all your company's finance staff, admin staff, and remind you to file company reports. Awesome has a useful app where you can manage your payments and invoices all in one place so that you can spend more time on things that matter, like building your business. As a bonus, if you choose one of their packages, they will also help you to incorporate your business. So if you are looking to start your company today, you can check out the link in the description down below to get a free incorporation plus a 16% off your first year with Awesome. Next, let's talk about some grants that provide funding for hiring. Starting with the SGUnited Mid-Career Pathways Program. This program aims to encourage companies to train mid-career individuals aged 40 and above who are looking for a career switch. So think of it like an internship program, but for people who are aged 40 and above. By joining the program, the company will offer attachments of anywhere from 4 to 6 months, while paying a monthly training allowance of anywhere from $1,800 to $3,800 a month. And in return, the government will pay for 70% of the training allowance. There are a few things to take note of. 1. Because this is considered a training attachment, you don't have to provide employee benefits such as sick leave or annual leave. 2. You don't have to make any CPF contributions to the trainee. However, the company will still need to provide workplace injury insurance and may offer non-monetary benefits on their own. And lastly, if the trainee's performance is satisfactory, the company can hire the trainee as a full-time employee during or after the program. As for the eligibility, the business must be registered in Singapore, able to co-fund 30% of the training allowance, and have the available headcount to hire the trainee. Next, there's also another hiring program called Global Ready Talent Program. So, while the previous program is for hiring mid-career individuals aged 40 and above, this program is more for hiring interns from ITEs, polys, and universities. Though, they can also be aged 40 and above. Hashtag say no to age discrimination, yeah? Under this program, companies are eligible for up to 70% funding support to cover the monthly internship pay. In return, the intern's monthly allowance before funding is $800 to ITE and poly students and $1,000 to university students. Besides that, the intern should also get a mentor or supervisor to offer guidance during the internship, a structured internship opportunity with a clear job scope. And if it's an overseas internship, the company should allow the intern to gain regional market knowledge and last a minimum of 2 continuous weeks in the overseas market. As for the eligibility, the company must be registered in Singapore, have 30% of local shareholding, have sound human resource processes, and be committed towards talent development. Besides hiring intern, the GRT program also supports management associate programs. So, it's for companies that are looking to train and invest in overseas work exposures for young Singaporeans. The program targets fresh graduates or existing employees in the company with no more than 3 years of work experience and focuses on job placements in the Southeast Asia, China, and India. Moving on, Career Trial Program. This program aims to encourage the company and job seekers who are unsure about the job fit to undergo a short-term trial before considering formal employment. The keyword here is short-term trial. So this program can last up to 480 hours for a full-time position or 240 hours for a part-time position. Or if you do the math, it's about 2 months worth of employment. During the program, the employee can receive a training allowance of $7.50 to $15 an hour. And if they stay on for 3 months or more, there's a retention incentive or $500. Stay on for 6 months or more, another one-off $1,000 for unemployed job seekers who have been looking for jobs for at least 6 months, or for job seekers with disabilities. To be eligible for this program, the company needs to be a registered Singapore company, actively hiring for full-time jobs that's paying at least 1.5k a month, or part-time jobs paying at least $750 a month, and is able to offer employment for no less than 1 year after completion of the trial. So those are some of the hiring programs that are available. Moving on, you can also receive tax deductions in some schemes. First up, we have the Enterprise Innovation Scheme. Under this scheme, businesses can receive tax deductions or allowances on expenditures incurred from a few categories, namely qualifying research and development undertaken in Singapore, registration of intellectual properties, or acquisition and licensing of IP rights, training and innovation projects carried out with police, ITEs, or other qualified partners. There's a whole page that explains specific details for each category, so I won't talk too much about them, yeah? This is a tax deduction, but if you want, the business may also opt to convert up to 100k of the total qualifying expenditure into cash at a conversion rate of 20%. To apply, all you need to do is just claim for the enhanced deductions or allowances when doing your company's income tax returns. Next, Corporate Volunteer Scheme. So under this scheme, businesses can claim 250% of tax deduction when they send their employees to volunteer and provide services, or are seconded to institutions of public character like Children's Cancer Foundation or Autism Association. The qualifying expenditure includes basic wages and related expenses incurred by the business that were necessary for the provision of services to IPC. As for eligibility, basically all businesses carrying out a trade or business in Singapore will be eligible. So that's nice. So those are some of the available grants and schemes that may help you out along the way. For more financial assistance, you can head over to a website called gobusiness.gov.sg, where you will find a full list of financial assistance that may be available to you. Or if you have any questions, you can also join my fast-growing Telegram group where you can ask any questions that you may have. Like, share, and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.